Hey guys, so for the materials you will be first needing, of course, polymer clay. I'm going to be using the brand Fimo Soft, and you will need white and black for the seaweed, but if you would like to use a dark green to make it more realistic, you can use that, but I'll be using black for my onigiri. And that is it for the clay, but if you want a topping, you should add more. Like my other one I told you, it has wasabi on it, so I use the Primo wasabi. But I don't want to do the same exact one, so I'm just going to put soy sauce on this one. And to use that, I'm just going to mix some water with my brown paint. So you'll be needing... First, with the materials, you will need a workspace to work on. I'm just going to be using this tracing paper just so it has a surface so I won't get the table dirty. You'll be needing a razor if you would like. It's not mandatory because we're not really cutting much. You will need an eye pin if you would like to make it into a charm. You will need a small paintbrush and glaze if you would like to glaze it. I'm using a small paintbrush and triple thick. This is the spray. Where's it going? And then for the polymer clay, you will need a white and a black. I'm using Fimo Soft, both brands. And then I'm going to be using a kawaii face on it like I did with my last one. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm going to be using Craft Smart black acrylic paint. And for the topping, you can use anything you want. I'm going to be doing a soy sauce type topping, which is just a liquid. So I'm just going to be using brown paint. One last thing you will be needing will be a clay roller just to roll out your seaweed. And I'm using this one. It's actually pretty heavy. And I really like how it works. So yeah, let's get started. To get started, you just want to take your Fimo Soft White or whatever brand you're using and cut out a square of the white about this big. So once you have made the onigiri ball shape like so, we can start making it. So it should look like this, and we're first going to just push it flat a tiny bit just to get it a little pressed down. And now you're going to put 2 fingers on the side and 2 fingers here and try and make a triangle, but a rounded one. And it should look somewhat like this. Sorry for the shadow. And you just want to make it like so, with a peak at the top. Push down a little bit after. And it should look like this. So again, it should be like an oval triangle, but with a little thinner at the top, like this. Once you're done making the shape, it's very easy, and all you have to do now is take a very small amount, probably the size of a quarter, of black Fimo Soft or whatever brand you're using clay. So I'm going to cut that quickly. Once you have a little ball of the black, you're going to use a clay roller or whatever you have to just roll it out to very thin. Once you roll it out, you're going to cut it into a very small rectangle. So first do the 2 top and bottom sides. And then do the sides. You should want it to be about 1 centimeter thick. So once you take it off, it should look like this. So once you're done, it should look like this. And you're going to wrap it onto the onigiri. You can do it any way you want. I'm going to wrap it on the bottom. And you want it about this much up the onigiri. Again, you don't want to get black on the white clay, so very carefully wrap it. Now push it down. Again, this one barely has any on the back, which it doesn't really matter. But this is what it should look like. So keep pressing down a little bit. And it should be close to being done. And now it's time for your topping. So I'm going to be doing the topping after I bake it because mine is paint. But if you're going to be doing clay like wasabi, you're going to put that on right now and do like an ice cream scoop, like I did with my other one, and make it very small. But now I'm just going to put the eye pin in. You are going to want to cut your eye pin to the appropriate length, so I'm going to cut it to about very short right here. I have 2-inch ones, so they're pretty long. And now slide it to any place you want. I'm going to put this one right on the side. I'm going to push it in. It's right there. And that's fine. So that's how it should look like of now. And now, like I said before, you may put your topping on. If it is something that you must make with polymer clay, unlike paint, which I am doing, you always do the polymer clay first. And I'm going to paint on mine after. And yeah, so I'll be right back as I cook it. Once it's baked, you can just glaze it and you're finished. You can add your kawaii face before or after. I like to add it after because it gives the acrylic shine and the pop out of three-dimensional. I decided to give my kawaii face a very happy face on one, and then the other one was iffy. It was a little bit happy, but the mouth was smaller. And I added soy sauce to the top, and I really hope you enjoy this tutorial and try it out. Leave me responses and send me your photos. Thanks!